Welcome back to a,
We hate French characters, still.
Yeah.
It's
so,
the safe edgy.
They're ugly.
meme.
They're ugly. Me and my homies hate Manon.
Zangief, though. Pretty funny.
Maybe Street Fighter 6 will be relevant still when this comes out.
Maybe. Who knows?
We're in the wake of the month of Street Fighter 6 still being out and still being relevant. Fun game, check it out. Buy it for your parents for Christmas or something. Have them play Jury.
Yeah, that's a character you should get your parents to play.
Yeah. Jury's the all ages, like, friendly character, you know? She's got them dogs out. She just be barking.
Yeah? Yeah?
Keiichi?
Yeah, it's Keiichi.
Keiichi Gaming?
Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting your lunchtime, but can I have your attention, please? Oh, wow. Okay. My classmates looked at me with surprise. I stood at the front of the room and banged on the blackboard. I needed to get their attention. You can listen while you eat. I want to talk to you about our classmate, Sadako Hojo. Everyone went quiet as soon as I brought up her name. They all knew how bad of a situation Sadako was in. Remembering what happened to her last year, they understood how critical it was that she get help as soon as possible. Everyone was thinking they wanted to save Sadako if they could. But they hadn't done anything because they didn't know what they could do alone. I don't think there's need for me to explain what's going on with her. As you all know, Sadako's been absent for 3 days in a row. It's been 3 days since she got kidnapped by her uncle. He called the school and told them that she still has a cold, but I don't believe that. She hasn't even visited the clinic in these past 3 days. My classmates, think about this logically for a moment. If she's really that sick, why would he not take her to the clinic for 3 whole days? Keiichi gaming.
Okay. It's hard to believe that she's been sick for that long, yeah.
Hey, she might have the flu, but if that's the case, she should be seeing a doctor. The whole class agreed that it was a bit strange. Everyone had been thinking the same thing inside their hearts. However, no one really had come forward and talked about it. This was a good start. Just think about it. Sadako is the healthiest girl in this village. Yeah, sure, Keiichi. She won't even get sick after eating food that's past the expiry date. But now she somehow got sick all of a sudden and missed school for 3 days? That's hard to believe, isn't it? The answer is simple. Her uncle is forcing her to stay home. We've reported this case to the Child Consultation Center. However, they're putting it on hold. We went there, but all they told us was that they can't talk about it due to privacy reasons. What do you guys think about all this?
I think it's wrong. We all know how her aunt and uncle were treating her last year. Besides, Sadako-chan was living happily with Rika-chan. It's wrong for him to force her to move out of there and keep her away from us.
Based Rina.
Based Rina.
The sight of Rina letting her emotions speak for her, when she was normally so quiet, demonstrated most of all just how dire the situation was. Rina brought an intensity to this that I couldn't, since I often yelled and shouted about things. Keiichi. Are we just gonna leave things as they are? Sadako is our friend. She's our classmate. We've spent time together in this small classroom, and we're like family to each other. We learned together, we played together, we ate together, and we fought each other at times. We've spent so much time together that our relationship is as tight as a family's. Should we neglect someone who's that precious to us? Raise your hand if you want to neglect her. I'm sure none of you want to do that. No way! We must help Sadako. One guy in the back, head shoots up immediately.
Mutter, 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 mutter.
The class was filled with commotion, which is exactly what I was looking for. The louder I talked, the louder my classmates got. They were getting all fired up. The more I let my true colors show, the greater everyone's emotions became as well. You think Rika is just like, wow, he's doing it. and then Han Yu is trying to keep her doomer in the corner over there.
Maybe a little bit.
He's really Keiichiing right now. Our club is already making its move. We're trying to figure out how we can save her. Did you know that Tomata-kun?
No, I did not. That I did not.
Let me tell you what our plan is. Don't worry, it's not something illegal. We're trying to fight, but without breaking the rules. In truth, nothing is more effective in society than taking an orthodox stand. Playing underhanded and striking by surprise may seem more effective, but that's as insignificant as a jack-in-the-box. A real orthodox attack can punch through anything. Is this 7 or 8?
What?
Chapter. The game, sorry.
This is 7. Why?
I couldn't remember if this was the last one.
We're not on the last.
Because I keep thinking Sumo Horoboshi was 7.
No,
I don't know where I put an extra game in there.
No, it's 6.
I feel like I treat Himatsubushi as 2 games for some reason. Because I keep thinking Mayakashi was 6 and then Sumo Horoboshi was 7. This is 8.
Mayakashi is number 5. Because Mayakashi is well, Tanagashi's answer. Well, Tanagashi is 2, so you think it'd be 7, but it's not. It's 6. So.
Yeah.
Me and my homies hate Ryukishi and the way he numbered these games.
No, it's fine. You did a good job.
I don't think he did. I hate him. I hate him. I hope he explodes.
Just cut that.
Yeah, I've even heard that. What? Yeah, I've heard that even in karate, a straightforward punch can deliver the greatest impact. When you think about the physics a bit, it's only natural a straightforward, simple, head-on strike would hold the most power. God. Yeah, she's in the game. Talking about Mayakashi.
She's learned her lesson, you gotta remember.
I forgot she's good now. Air quotes. Hey, let's kill Sadako's uncle. Kei-chan, we're already doing the right thing by saving Sadako. Therefore, there's no need for us to do anything underhanded to accomplish that. We need to fight openly. Says the murder lady.
So who are we fighting against?
That's a good question, Okamura-kun. This is a fight, true. However, we're not going to be violent with anyone. We're following the rules. This is the honest way to conduct a battle. Before we go any further, let me get back to just how we're going to save Sadako. This is the current situation. Sadako is there. Her uncle is locking her up inside the house. Apparently, she had no obvious injuries as of yesterday, but we don't know for sure if she hasn't gotten hurt since then. Besides, preventing her from going to school is already child abuse. Check this out. This is a brochure that Mion brought from the Child Consultation Center. It's written clearly in here. Keeping a child away from school is abuse. On top of that, her uncle left Sadako on her own for a year. That's considered neglect. Neglect also counts as abuse. However, the Child Consultation Center didn't even take that into consideration. They ignored the fact that he neglected her for 1 year, and they believe that she hasn't come to school because she's sick. They concluded that Sadako is not being abused because she had no obvious injuries at that point. What do all of you think?
Mayabata-san, this is a blatant case of child abuse. Just because she doesn't have any injuries doesn't prove that she's not getting abused. I agree with him. How come they can't see it? It's so obvious.
From what Mion's heard from inside their office, 2 or 3 days isn't enough time to determine if abuse is taking place or not. Apparently, they can only recognize it as abuse after it has continued over several months or several years. She says they have to evaluate the situation very carefully. So, what do you all think about that? Do you think that keeping Sadako in that house for several months is a good idea?
No way, no way.
Exactly. Absolutely no way. The Child Consultation Center has no idea how much danger Sadako is facing right now. They don't know how terrible it was for her last year. That's why they're just putting her case on hold. What would you do, Tomata-kun?
Sir, I think the issue here is that the Child Consultation Center isn't grasping the urgency of her situation. I think someone needs to go there and explain to them how serious this is.
They're never getting sprites, are they?
No.
God damn it.
They'd never get
I
sprites.
want Tomata and Okamura to have sprites so bad.
Right? It might be routine for them to wait and see what happens. But in Sadako-chan's case, that's not applicable. Her uncle was abusing her last year too. He was taking out his stress on her. After the death of her aunt, he left Sadako-chan all alone and disappeared somewhere for an entire year.
You know what? We even have information that he disappeared because he tried to move in with his lover in Okinomiya. What was Sadako doing while he left her? She was fortunate because Rika-chan offered her a place to stay. But what if Rika-chan wasn't there for her? She'd have had no choice but to try and survive on her own.
She'd have had.
Yeah, it threw me off for a second there.
Furthermore, we also know that he came back to Hinamizawa because his lover disappeared somewhere. In other words, she dumped him. He had no choice but to come back to Hinamizawa, and he forced Sadako to live with him again.
Dumped him, by the way.
Yeah.
She got dumped somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
That's for sure.
Her neighbors have seen her doing the laundry too. The reason he took Sadako with him is clear. He took her so that she could work as his slave.
How could anyone do something like that? Is there anyone in this classroom that would call such a rotten person a parent after he spent a full year playing around with his mistress, only to come waltzing back and throwing his weight around?
No way!
Right, he's not her guardian. But the Child Consultation Center still calls him that. They claim that they'd have to go through the family court in order to take away his parental rights. Who has the right to decide whether he's good enough to be Sadako's guardian? It shouldn't be the court. It should be decided based on common sense. I could say this clearly. He is not Sadako's guardian. We need to make that clear to the Child Consultation Center.
The Child Consultation Center is the only organization that can help Sadako before she's physically abused. The police won't move unless it develops into a criminal case. But do you think that we're going to wait until Sadako becomes a victim?
We can't just sit around until that happens. That's why we're going to make our move now. We hit the Okinomiya Child Consultation Center yesterday. This is what they wrote down after we did. 5 classmates of Sadako Hojo's made a visitation to request her protection. Do you know what that means? 5 classmates are not enough. We need your help. We need all of you. This is your chance to do something meaningful in your life. If you don't help us, you're not our friends. All you have to do is support me. I will do all the talking, and our club members are going to do all the fighting. We just want you guys to support us. If that's not enough, feel free to join the fight. Let them know the spirit of Hinamizawa branch school.
Shout out to Keiichi.
Yeah. He knows what he knows what to do.
My boy rallying an entire fucking school to walk into one building where they will take up 90% of the space in there. Try and stuff them all in that tiny ass room. Mayabara-kun? What is going on?
Chie-sensei looked into the classroom, the commotion having attracted her attention. As soon as she tried to step inside the class, someone behind her stopped her.
Principal?
Miss Chie, I would like to have some tea. Would you make me a cup, please?
It was a clear display of his intent not to disrupt.
Oh, it was a clear display of his intent not to disrupt Keiichi's speech.
Are you sure? There are lots of young children in the class. If they all go to the Child Consultation Center, how can we explain it to their parents? Rika Gaming?
Rika? Chie.
Furude-san, what is going on here? I forgot about the Sharpie angry eyebrows on her face.
Everyone is trying so hard for Sadako's sake. I can't do anything, so I need their help. But I can at least try to stop you from stopping them. She had never seen Rika staring at her with an expression like that. Sharpie eyebrows.
It's all just... Rika was like, I really gotta get my point across. Hold on.
She was surprised to see Rika looking so determined. Why would you want to stop them?
Principal! Oh, that was definitely the principal. Yeah, principal into Chie into principal.
Why would you want to stop them?
Principal!
This is splendid, isn't it? They should do what they can. I will take responsibility for whatever happens.
Based.
The principal pounded his own chest. Chie-sensei couldn't object any longer.
I understand. Please make sure that no one gets hurt. You all must follow the rules and mind your manners. You have to promise me that.
Thank you very much.
I can't wait for the Chie reveal where she also gets a military uniform and is like part of the government.
I'm proud of you, Miss Chie.
My students are teaching me many lessons. Yes, I've made my decision. My students are like my own children. And what mother wouldn't protect her own children? Shout out, Chie.
Shout out.
Oh yeah, Keiichi. Alright. Head back out as soon as you get home today, and meet us at the Okinomiya Library. The Child Consultation Center is on the first floor. Yeah! Wait!
Chie-sensei.
Sensei, are you going to stop us? Oh, double Chie. Certainly not. I truly understand your passion. I'm going to support you, as long as you follow the rules. Yay! I'm coming with you to make sure you behave yourselves. Is that okay? Yay! Thank you, Ryukishi. Very cool.
Alright.
Alright. Here we go. We're all getting fired up. We headed for the library as soon as we got back home from school. I'd expect that a few kids wouldn't show up, but surprisingly, everyone came along. I could tell just how driven they were. It was also encouraging to have Chie-sensei there with us. I had to admit I had been feeling a bit guilty for dragging everyone to the consultation center. But as long as Chie-sensei was with us, I didn't need to feel that guilt. Could you imagine being the one guy that didn't show up? Fucking Keiichi gives this whole rousing speech. Chie gets in on the whole thing. Everyone's like, fuck yeah, let's go do this. You get home and go, I got homework or something to do. And then you get bullied for the rest of your life at this school because every single motherfucker was there except for you.
Yeah.
Like, this is how you get fucking Oyashiro-sama cursed, man. Jobber receptionist.
Mayabara-san, please come to the counter.
Hello, I'm Mayabara.
How can we help you today?
As I wrote on the registration form, we came to tell you about the danger Sadako Hojo is in.
How many of you are here today? And how many are all you all related to her?
We're Sadako's classmates and her teacher. There are 27 of us.
Well, our consultation room is not very large. Can we ask just a few people to come inside as representatives? Then shouldn't you prepare a bigger room, like a meeting room? I believe you should be arranging a room for us, not asking us to adjust to yours. Please just give us a moment.
She's right, though.
Rena said, I know what your job is, motherfucker. The receptionist seemed troubled. She told us to head back to our seats and started to make a phone call to someone. Good job, Rena-san. I consider myself a pro, and even I thought that threat was perfectly timed.
How you trying to compliment me?
Rena is good at reading other people's minds. Sometimes she can use that talent against the enemy to intimidate them. A strange atmosphere permeated the office. It must have been the first time a whole class had visited on the behalf of one child. It was as though we were here for a school trip. Why'd you gotta say it like that?
Well, hello. I'm Hara. I can read. I can promise I know how to... Harayama.
Harayama, yeah.
Not Harayama.
Harayama?
They got in. They got their own room. Well, hello. I'm Harayama, the manager of the center. Please take a seat.
I'm sorry for bringing the whole class to your office. I'm Chie from the Hinamizawa Branch School. We're here to talk with you today. They were treating us so differently now that we had 5 times as many kids, plus 1 adult. Instead of that small consultation room, they took us to a big meeting hall. On top of that, the manager was there, alongside the lady from yesterday. I will let my Abara-kun do the talking.
Yeah.
Chie-sensei sat down at the far end of the table. She was just here to look after us. Besides, like I'd said, we were the ones who were going to fight. It was fine if Chie-sensei just stayed there and watched us quietly. I'm Keiichi Mayabara. Nice to meet you.
Well, I've heard that yesterday you visited us with 5 of your friends to present your valuable thoughts to us on Sadako Hojo-san's case. Are you here on a different matter today?
I hadn't expected that they would start the conversation. What were they thinking?
I don't like how ambiguous this feels. It feels like they're debating on how to move, unsure if the fault lies with us or not.
Oh, Kei-chan! You should clearly tell them why we came here, and let them know that they're in the wrong. My friends were analyzing the situation behind me. It felt like I was having a meeting with the president of a foreign country. Actually, that wasn't far from the truth. I was sort of the prime minister. I was representing the whole class. I needed to be polite, but stern. Oh shit, Mion.
You like Keiichi and his fucking advisors?
Alright, let's attack from this angle then. Kei-chan, tell them something like this. Got it? And Mion gave me her attack plan. And this really is how Mion operates best. If she's weak on defense, then I can bear the brunt with impudence. While Mion issues perfect orders from behind. They would be great at Warhammer.
Mion's a general.
Keiichi is the meat unit. Shion is definitely like... I feel like Shion is like shock infantry.
Yeah.
She doesn't strike me as cool enough to be like cavalry or some shit. Sadako gets to be artillery.
Okay.
I took my friend's... I took my friend's analysis.
Analyses and advice into consideration.
I don't like how that's spelled. I took my friend's analyses and advice in consideration and calmly opened my mouth. No. First, let me confirm something with you. We've come here today to make sure what we came to convoy yesterday...
Convey.
Fuck my life! No. First, let me confirm something with you. We've come here today to make sure that what we came to convey yesterday was properly conveyed to you. So I apologize if this seems rude, but could you please tell us how much you grasped from our conversation yesterday? It's alright if that just means reading a memo aloud. They became quiet for a second. It might have only been a short time, but the silence felt much longer than that. I could see the manager's expression turning serious. He thought he was just dealing with a social studies class, but suddenly his response changed to that of one dealing with a protest group of local citizens.
From my understanding, we've acknowledged that you came to appeal to Sadako Hojo's to appeal that Sadako Hojo-san is in an extreme situation, meriting temporary protection from our agency, and that we should expedite our response. I believe that our staff at the time explained that we are not taking her situation lightly, and we are currently discussing the appropriate measures.
So taking into consideration that the fact that Sadako Hojo was suffering abuse from her uncle at this time last year, you still believe an urgent response is unnecessary?
Well, our organization has no confirmed records that Teppei Hojo-san was administering abuse at this time last year.
Mutter. What? What the hell were you guys doing last year? She was being abused by both her aunt and her uncle. Please don't tell us that you were only aware about the abuse from her aunt.
Normally, we don't talk about such private affairs, but under these special circumstances, I think it's acceptable to say. We are aware that there was trouble between Sadako-san and her aunt, Tamae-san. However, we have no records showing that her uncle was also involved in the abuse. In fact, when we interviewed her neighbors, several mentioned Tamae-san's slight hysteric tendencies, but none ever brought up the name of her uncle, Teppei-san. We believe that simply because his abuse didn't stand out under the shadow of her aunt's especially vicious nature. We do not believe that constitutes evidence that her uncle was not abusing her as well. I see. So you claim that there was a likelihood that Teppei-san also inflicted abuse on the child at this time last year.
The manager and the staff beside him jotted that down with a pen, as if to show that that was their first time hearing the information. This is why we came here today. We believe the Child Consultation Center doesn't have a proper understanding of her present situation. We believe you should be able to see how urgent this case is once you fully understand it.
I see. We're taking that into consideration. Please allow us to do more thorough investigation into Teppei-san. We mentioned this yesterday as well, but Hunk had abandoned his responsibilities as guardian for over a year. We received no responses on this information yesterday, but what is your organization's opinion on this matter? Of course, our office is aware that Teppei-san was absent from its residence for a year, and we have interviewed him on that matter.
So what was his excuse? I mean, you can't talk about it for privacy reasons, but if it convinced all of you, it must have justified leaving her alone for a whole year, right? If you believe living with his mistress, Inoki no Miya, is sufficient reasoning for abandoning his responsibilities for a full year, then we would like to receive that in writing.
No. Is that what happened? He explained to us that he was forced to work away from home in order to raise Sadako-san, so this is our first time hearing that.
What the hell? They just believed that crap?
If it's your first time hearing that, then you should also know that Sadako has been absent from school for 3 days in a row now. While he contacted the school yesterday to say that she had a cold, the only hospital in the village, the EDA clinic, has no records of her being examined. What do you believe the proper response is for the guardian who refuses to take a child to the hospital when she's been bedridden with illness for 3 days in a row? Well, we confirmed that she was absent one day, but 3 days in a row. This is news to us as well. However, our social worker met directly with Sadako-san and confirmed that the child in question denies the occurrence of abuse. When we asked if she wished to continue living with Teppei-san, she answered in the affirmative.
So there's no abuse as long as she says so?
That's one of the more difficult aspects. Whether the child herself feels she is suffering abuse or not is a very important factor. It's much like the definition of bullying. While the bully may not believe they are bullying, it's bullying if the recipient believes it is. So you can't do anything unless she admits that she's being abused and seeks help herself? No, that's not quite how it works. Our organization investigates a child's environment, and if we find any problems that might harm their lifestyle, we take appropriate action to protect them. However, we don't believe Sadako-san's case has reached that level of danger at present.
No urgency at this point. That was exactly how the Child Consultation Center felt about Sadako's case. Our classmates who had been watching the discussion burst into an uproar. How can you say something like that? What makes you believe that she's not in danger?
First of all, Sadako-san denies the abuse, and not only that, she had no visible injuries either. Also, she's being provided with shelter, food, and clothes. We can't say that Teppei-san is not taking responsibility as her guardian. Both of them seem to have no complaints about their current living arrangements. We believe that we do not need to further discuss Teppei-san's past. But unfortunately, we also believe that you and your friends are overreacting to this situation.
Overreacting?
Calm down, Keiichi-kun. Let's not take it too personally.
Damn it! Why are they treating us like this? They think that we're only acting this way based on what happened last year. I see. The consultation center was assuming that this year's cases and last year's cases were two separate issues. On top of that, Sadako was denying the abuse entirely.
Teppei-san regrets the fact that he had to leave Sadako. Teppei-san regrets the fact that he had to leave Sadako-san alone because of having to work for her sake. He promised that he would stay with her from now on and raise her lovingly.
Sure, man.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, pal. Bang. I heard a loud noise. Someone had just pounded the table. Everyone, including the manager, was startled. I figured it must have been Shion, but I guarantee you it was Chie. Without a fucking doubt. Oh, okay. It was Rena. Whoa. Her face had turned as furious as a demon's.
It's best for a child to live with her parents. There are things you can only learn from the love of your family. We've heard that Sadako-san was living with another minor for the past year, and has not been living under any adult. This could greatly harm her future as she is a sensitive growing child. I'm sure that in your friendship with her, you all believe she may be happiest that way, but could you please give Sadako-san and Teppei-san the opportunity to start their new life as uncle and niece, and watch over them kindly?
Weren't you listening to any of the things we said?
You're saying that you're not going to help her unless Sadako...
Oh, you're saying that you're not going to help her unless Sadako asks for your help. How is she supposed to seek help if she's being locked up inside her house? She can't even go outside or make a phone call. How can she seek help? We came here in her stead because she can't be here herself. But you're not even willing to listen to us.
That's not what we're trying to say. We will remember that over 20 of her classmates visited to talk about Sadako-san's case. We'll take what happened today in consideration when we make further decisions about her case. When are you going to make that decision? Can you guarantee us that Sadako-chan won't get hurt before the decision is made? If something happens to her, will you take responsibility?
If she gets even a single bruise on her body, you're in huge trouble. Chie Gaming. Shion. No.
Wow.
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 Wow. Shion-san, that's enough.
Please, tell us when you'll make that decision.
That's right. How long is it going to take you?
Like I said, we need to take the matter seriously and make a careful decision. In order to do so, we will continue to meet with the two of them and investigate so that her and her uncle, can have a better relationship. Please wait and see what happens for a while. We ask you to do so for her sake. So that's your response? You're saying that if it isn't urgent, even though we came here to tell you that it is?
I was starting to get lost in what they were trying to say, but Rena's words made me realize everything. We came here to tell them that they needed to protect her right away, but they clearly told us that they didn't see any reason to do so.
We understand that there may be reason for urgency. We will take your opinion into consideration and make our decision. I hope that will satisfy you.
At first glance, it sounded like they were speaking humbly, but our insistence of the urgency to Sadako's situation was spinning their wheels. They had no intention of meeting us halfway. Right, they are officials. Plus, they have authority that can change the life of an individual like Sadako. Considering that, being a little overcautious and carefully deliberating matters wasn't the wrong response for them, and I would have understood that if this wasn't so personal. But in reality, Sadako had no time to spare. We could see that, because we understood everything. We knew how Sadako would reject me after I rubbed her head because of the horrible abuse she got from her uncle. That nightmare will come true in just a few days. In that nightmare, I knew that I should save her, but I just wasted my time. I wasn't going to make the same mistake. I had to make a move immediately. Keiichi goes, "It came to me in a dream. I swear to God, you have to trust me." Mayabara-kun, did you say everything you wanted to? Yes. That's it for today. Thank you very much for giving us this opportunity. Everyone, please bow to them. Class president, will you take the lead? Thank you very much.
No, thank you for your valuable opinions.
Keiichi's cooking something. I don't know what it is, but he's cooking something. They all get out into the parking lot, and Keiichi goes, "All right, guys, plan B." And they all pull out the masks. Thank you, everyone. Be careful on your way home.
I'm sure Teppei couldn't take on 27 children.
He couldn't even take on one, man. It's literally just the fucking how many kids could you fight back to back until you died question.
They just need to storm Teppei's house in the middle of the night and just wake up. You know that the video of the skeletons that the camera panning back and forth? They just need to stand around Teppei's bed. They don't even need to do anything, just like wear masks and stand around his bed, and when he wakes up, stare at him until he screams and freaks out and runs away.
It would work. Like, honestly, that would work. Like, that would literally work. If they got the whole class to just mask up and ominously stare at Teppei on his bed, that would work fucking instantly, dude. We all came back to Hinamizawa together, and it was time for us to part.
Or hell, just Scooby-Doo it and just like start sending him messages, like letters, telling him he's gonna be the target for the next,
The curse?
for the curse.
It's the fucking pineapple green text, man.
Which one is the
You ever
pineapple?
seen the dude where he got bullied by this one kid in high school, and then when he went out to college, he found out that the kid lives in the area that he lives in, and so to get back at him, he found his address and just keeps putting pineapples outside of his house. And he like follows him on Facebook and is watching him go genuinely insane because people just keep leaving pineapples on his front door. And it got to the point where like the guy broke in his car to put a pineapple in his driver's seat, and he just kept going further and further and further with it until the dude moved because he could not handle the pineapple thing.
Amazing.
It's just the pineapple bit, dude.
Yeah.
As the class president, Mion gave everyone the notice we were dismissed. However, everyone stuck around to talk about what happened today. We came back to Hinamizawa on our bikes, so we didn't really get to talk with each other. And now that we'd gotten off them, we finally got to say what we wanted.
This is the first time that everyone in class has gotten together and fought for someone like this.
It reminds me of the dam conflict. Everyone's feelings are united. That's true. None of these kids participated in the conflict, even though they might remember it from when they were a baby. But what we did today was more polite than what they did in the dam conflict. And no one is bleeding, and there are no bombs or riot police. Thank you, Shion.
Unity is the best thing about Hinamizawa.
Rika's gotta be like pogging out right now, dude.
Yeah.
That's true. This old man's blood is boiling for the first time in a while. The people in Hinamizawa all got together to fight against the dam project. Everyone working together as a team means a lot to the village here. If there's one person coming, 2 should throw rocks at him. If there are 2, 4 should do so. If there are 4, then 8. If there are 1,000, the whole village should stand up and fight.
What's that? A figure of speech?
It's something that our grandma used to say. She was trying to tell the villagers to band together and fight. When there's one enemy, two should fight together. When there are 1,000, the whole village should fight together. I see. She wanted the villagers to unite and defeat their enemies. I can't believe Sadako is their damn conflict. It means... Mayabara-kun, it means more than that. Uniting to fight together is one thing, but it also means the whole village should unite and fight for the sake of an individual. Its real meaning is that everyone should share that individual's pain, sympathize with them, and fight for them too.
Wow, that sounds very similar to what's happening right now.
Crazy. In other words, the battle that we're fighting right now represents Hinamizawa as a whole. I see. Everyone supported me not because they were impressed by my speech, but because it's their nature to unite like that. The classmates were all still sticking around and discussing the issues surrounding Sadako. For some of them, this was like a return of the dam conflict, and also a big chance for those who never experienced it. It almost felt like a festival. Most of them thought that we didn't make much progress today, though.
Mayabara-san. So the conclusion is that they're not gonna help save Hojo-san, right?
Their answer wasn't that bad, but you're right in the sense that they'll watch her suffer.
I live close to him, so I know what kind of guy that uncle is. He's not normal.
He's a freak. He's not normal. We figured out that the people at the Child Consultation Center don't understand anything, but we can't just give up after today either.
Yes, that was the
whoops.
Okamura one.
Tomatsu-kun and Okamura-kun seemed serious. They weren't just supporting me, they wanted to make a move themselves. Yeah. We're gonna have to work hard to save Hojo-san.
Yeah, I agree.
It's hard to believe that these are the same innocent kids who are always running around the school. I'm really happy to see them so motivated. Of course we are. Sadako is our friend. We are going to save her. So please lend us your support again.
No, Mayabara-san, this is our responsibility as her classmates. We're not fighting because you're asking us to. We're doing this because we want to.
Based. I'm impressed to hear that from you, Tomatsu-kun.
Shall we go there again tomorrow?
I don't know. If that was Keiichi or not.
I don't think we should take any days off.
Consistency is important. I agree with Rena-san. Dude. About to put that fucking staff on suicide watch. Holy shit. Oh my god. You have to deal with fucking child abuse cases all day, and then you have the same fucking group of people show up with more and more and more people every fucking day. Oh.
Just fucking take the kid and deal with it already, goddamn.
It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. But it's only going to end with the same result if we go there with the same people again. I think today was more effective because we were there with more people.
Then shall we go there with even more people tomorrow? Shall we?
The music just stopped. Rena turned back towards everyone as she spoke. Oh, that's because we're back to this track. We all understood what she was trying to say. Not all children from Hinamizawa go to the Hinamizawa branch school. Around half of them go to school in Okinomiya. Those children are not our classmates, but they're still our friends from around the neighborhood. Hinamizawa is a small village after all. They know Sadako as well as we do, and they also know what's going on with her right now. Rumors spread at the speed of light in Hinamizawa. I can tell that, by now, everyone in the village knows about my embarrassing history of undergoing punishments. Alright, Keiichi. I'll talk, Jobber.
I'll talk to Daisuke when I go home. I bet he'd come with us. I'll call my friends when I get back home too. The school in Okinomiya isn't that far from the library.
That's a good idea. Oh, whoops. That's a good idea. I'll try and get more people too. This is turning out well. I think we could get at least 10 more people on our side. I'll try reaching out to a few of the old members of the kids club too. I think I can get at least 3 of them to come with us. I'll ask my friends from cram school too. But none of them know about Sadako or our situation. They're just friends of mine, so it'd only be about 4 people. Shion has friends?
Apparently.
I think that's the least believable thing in the game. like, I believe the alien theory more than I believe Shion has friends at cram school.
Damn.
Do you think it might be difficult to get other adults involved? Well, the people in the town council don't want to have anything to do with the Hojo family. Because of what happened during the dam conflict. How about older people? Can't you get old people on our side, Rika-chan?
Older people are bitter towards Sadako.
Cringe. People who believe in the curse of Oyashiro-sama really think that the Hojo family deserves what they get. So we can only get more children, but no adults. How many of us will there be?
At this rate, there are gonna be about 17 more children. I don't know if they all will make it, but hopefully there'll be more than 40 of us. 40 people. I'm impressed, Keiichi.
Hey, do you think 40 is enough, Rika-chan?
What?
I grinned and tapped Rika-chan's chest. It's not enough. 40 is not enough to knock out those stubborn people. We need at least 20 more. I'm sure 60 people would intimidate them. But where can we get that much help? What is he cooking? You have no idea. My name is Keiichi Mayabara. If I say I'm going to accomplish something, I will. What is he cooking?
I don't know, Connor.
Is he getting Nagito?
What do you think he's cooking?
Oh god. He is getting Nagito?
Who did Kamada-kun's voice?
Brooklyn.
Shit, okay.
It's just, we do, Kamada's voice is just a shitty Nagito impersonation. Yeah. So that's the whole story, Kamada-kun.
I don't know how to do a Nagito impression.
I couldn't help you either. I was just gonna be like, hey guys, it's me, Nagito. We're going to launch our 3rd attack tomorrow evening. Will you help us?
I don't want to regret.
I'm just gonna do my own voice for him.
Alright.
Because he's K.
It's a lot like Tomoto Okamura in my head.
I don't want to reject your request, K. We ate that jumbo parfait together. That was our vow as sworn brothers. I would help you, K, but tomorrow is not a good day.
What? Why is that, Kamida? You can't lend a hand to this poor, innocent girl? Where's your pride as a 2-dimensional warrior? You deserve a beating. Clench those teeth. She's beating the shit out of him, man.
Wait a minute, Kei-san. Please, listen to me. I would help her if it wasn't tomorrow. Of course I love chests and schoolmates, and normally I'd be happy to even lick Sadako-chan's thoughts. But I just can't tomorrow.
You bastard! Tell me, Kamada. I'll knock at least 3 of your teeth out if you can't make it because of your parents' funeral.
I can't come tomorrow because tomorrow is the dessert fiesta here at Angel Mort.
Oh my god. It's a grief, man! What? What did you say?
It's the dessert fiesta, Kei-san. It's the dessert fiesta at Angel Mort's. It gets bonus points for using the hiragana for fiesta. I actually want an admission ticket. I'm not gonna go in. I'm not going to invite anybody but you. Let's go and pick out on those sweet girls. I mean cakes.
It just fits to the north side.
I'm not even attempting that. I could never do it justice. Oh my god. I love that Kameda and Keiichi interactions are just fucking Ryukishi's way of shitposting in the chapter.
Yeah, go, yeah. Please, Kei-san, I will help you the day after tomorrow. So please, let me go to the fiesta tomorrow. Please, I'm begging you. Keiichi-kun.
Walks in and beating the fuck out of him.
I think you should let him go for tomorrow.
No, I can't! I can't let him go! Kameda, you dared to weigh cakes against a real little girl! You only gain the right to eat cake when you can save the girl! For starters, you don't have any understanding of how good Sadako is. Listen, Sadako's charm is that which seems Sunsun at first glance, but as you set off her flag, she grows dere. She's a classic tsundere. You should understand that the greatest appeal of a tsundere lies in the gap between her sun and dere. Normally, she's all Sunsun without an ounce of eroticism. But once you flip her switch, suddenly she's dere. That gap between her on-off states is her charm. She's just like the first and last half of Higurashi's plot itself. I hate Ryukishi, man. Oh my god. In other words, Sadako is the true Miss Higurashi. On top of that, she has the added spice of the little sister element that's growing standard now, as well as being used as a Sokyu? So-uke. She's the new generation of heroine, with a perfect level of rebellious spirit, making her grand descent into the world overflowing with romantically dependent heroines. You want to know how amazing her advert is? She's as incredible as a blonde princess lying in an open field, but she's not a goddess. So if you don't go spouting upload or pass please, if you can't understand her appeal, then what are you? Where's your pride as a 2D warrior? What? Would you dare to say that you're moving to fake 3D now with that increases in polygon count? You're a century too early. Our progenitors from the age when heroines were displayed in the 256-bit with 8 colors, they found love and more there, evolving their emotions to... None of that was to escape into the 2D world. It was an evolution of the love derived from their love of real women. The statue of Venus and the Mona Lisa are all the epitome, I almost said epitome again, the epitome of our progenitors' feelings of moe. By the way, I think that the girl with the fewest pixels was
K-Star.
K-Star from Draga? Young people nowadays probably can't even tell that, yes, the 2D warriors search for the truth behind those walls with pixels and polygons, seeking their true form. So how could you say you would choose these pixels and polygons over a real-life little girl that exists with those walls, without those walls between you? That proves you've lost sight of what? Lost sight of your goal and settled for half-measured 2D warriors. Do not deny the 3D. They're a new generation of 3D warriors who love 3D even more. Anyway, all I wanted to say is this. Which console is going to get Resident Evil and Metal Gear? By the way, the new Dead or Alive is coming out too, right? Is it true that Zack is made of the...
I'm sorry, I was wrong.
Does he even... Oh my god, it is in here. Oh, the Metal Gear line is not in here. I love when Ryukishi decides he doesn't care about writing a serious novel anymore and just turns it into, like, his shitpost thread. Motherfucker really said, what consoles are getting the new Resident Evil and Metal Gear?
I'm sorry, I was wrong. What was I thinking? What have I done?
It's okay, Kameda. Mistakes are there so you can realize you've made them. You've just realized your mistake and became a better man. Take my hand. The door to the next millennium is right in front of you.
Keiichi-kun and Kamina-kun seem to be having lots of fun. I have no idea what they're talking about.
I didn't even know Mion was here. I was like, this is Rina talking to the player right now. Don't bother.
I got it, Kei. And on my honor as a man, I will help you save that girl. They have dessert fiestas 4 times a year. So what if I miss one of them? Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Rika's here?
He seems so down. Meep.
By the way, Mion, you said that you were going to give me 3 years worth of dessert fiesta admissions as a reward for the auction, right? I'll give you 1 year admission if you help me, Kamada-kun.
No, thank you, Kei. I'm a man. I'd be ashamed of myself if I was saving this little girl because I was getting no reward.
Based!
Shi-chan, do you think we can do something for him, do you?
Oh, Shion can say anything right now. Shion could say anything right now.
What's he gonna say?
How about this? I'll remove his name from the blacklist. He's on a blacklist! Blacklist? What's that? Normal customers don't know about this, huh? There are customers that cause trouble in this restaurant sometimes. Whenever they do something wrong, their name gets written on the blacklist. Once their name gets written down enough times, they're no longer allowed to enter the restaurant.
Stop it now! I'm an Angel Mort Master! I would never behave so unmannered as to get myself on such a blacklist.
You touched a waitress improperly twice, called a waitress just to talk with her, and sold tickets outside of the restaurant. You'll be forbidden from entering after 1 more transgression.
No way! I can't believe this! That's horrible! If I can't come to Angel Mort, I'll have no reason to live!
Could you imagine getting blacklisted from Angel Mort? You kill yourself on impact? However, I'm impressed that you're so willing to save Sadako. I'll erase your name from this list as a reward.
Thank you so much! Thank you so much! Hey, Mi-chan, does that blacklist really exist?
No. This old man has no idea. Kamada-kun, thank you. Let me know if you can't get a ticket for the next dessert fiesta. I'll invite you.
Kei!
Hug. They literally are the fucking boys, huh? We reaffirmed our strong friendship. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh.
I'll see you tomorrow. I'll bring my baseball team members with me. I should be able to get at least 10 people. It sounds like her uncle is really a crazy guy. Wouldn't it be faster just to kick his ass rather than go to the child consultation center?
Dude, Nagito gets it.
We can't do that. Otherwise, he'd take revenge on Sadako-chan. I see. Of course, we can't commit murder either. Alright, let's do it the right way. We don't want to get arrested by the police.
I was getting very close to Renegade Angel there.
And 10 people is still not enough. Do you think you can get more people from somewhere?
You need more people, huh? Let me take care of it.
Okay. Kamada grinned at me, then suddenly stood up and shouted.
Hey, you guys! You heard everything, didn't you? For those who have a ticket for tomorrow, I'm not gonna force you, but if you're free, give us a hand!
Everyone in the restaurant looked at him. There were a lot of people around. The dessert fiesta is tomorrow, so shouldn't today have been just a normal day?
You're not wrong, but the people who missed out on tickets for the dessert fiesta are here today. All these guys are regulars. I don't know their names, but we see each other all the time in this restaurant. What do you think about his story, guys? The longer I listen to it, the more upset I get. It's a threat to my comrades.
There's no shot!
Locking a real girl up. I want to do that. I mean, I can't allow that to continue. I will punish any guy who isn't nice to a girl. He can do it in his imagination, but it's unacceptable in the real world. Tell us to come with you, Kei. We admire your hunger. The Okinomiya Squadron is prepared to enact a rescue operation. Please give us the order to attack. This is Operation Sadako. Your mission starts tomorrow evening. Make sure your clock is on time and your will is written. This may be the day you die. All right.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. You guys, thank you for your help. You don't even know her.
We can't just abandon her with a tiny thing like that. Besides,
We know how much we know very much about Princess Sanako. My fellows and I enjoy indulging the warm sentiments that fill our hearts. The young lady fails to notice a bit of cream stuck to her chin. Therefore, this is a personal matter for us as well.
This is Ryukishi rallying the audience. All right, you guys. I'm going to rely on you. You need to back me up, okay? Be ready to fight tomorrow evening.
Yeah!
Gay! All right, Ryukishi, hold on, bro. Let's add one more in there. Let's either add one more or take one out there, dude.
Listen, there's reason you added the AY.
There we go. Got that manga gamer protection right there.
Keiichi-kun is such a popular guy.
You wanna either I can do it or you wanna do it? Can you turn the light off? I'm sweating my ass off. He's popular with the town council too. He seems to be popular in the most unexpected places. A lot of other people seem to respect him too. Thank you. Some of the waitresses here are also concerned about Sadako. They said they want to come and support us when they're off.
Wow, I guess we have about 60 people now. We might even get more than that.
Keiichi wasn't fucking around.
So this is the power to defeat fate.
Thanks.
That was something.
Thanks. I like how Rika is. I can't wait for the scene when the black bars come across and Rika goes layered on top of everything instead of being layered behind everything.
Yeah. Well.
Keiichi is the Rizzler.